Welcome to Winging It. We're playing Elden Ring today. This is episode number 3. We've gotten our swords, we've gotten our pants, we've even gotten our shield, so we're in pretty good shape. We're going to go level up our swords and then start making the rounds. Not sure if I want to level up both swords. I probably want to... I'm not sure the short sword is really what I want for my left hand weapon, but we're definitely going to let our primary sword in the right hand. So we've got these smithing stones. They will let us level up. You see we need 2 smithing stones, and we have 10 to level up one. So, and that will give us, it'll go from 115 plus 10 to 121 plus 11. So notice that stat on the right doesn't go up just a whole lot yet. You can see the attribute scaling there at the bottom. It says goes from D and D to D and D with the strength and dexterity, so we're not getting a whole lot more scaling. But as you level this up, scaling will go better. And so the lower the letter, the better the scaling is. And the scaling is kind of like a multiplier off of your stats. So when you get these to scale up better, and then you get stats to go up, my strength and my dexterity, that will make the sword better. But the sword's just already going to go from 121 to 115 to 121, so 6 damage per slash. That's pretty good. So we're going to upgrade that, and then look, we can do it again because we have 4 of 8. So we're going to go from 121 to 128. That's a big jump. And then 128 to 135. Oh, wait, we actually can't do it because we don't have enough. Now, I could use these smithing stones to do my left-handed weapon, but again, I'm not sure that's really the hand I want to hold on to. Plus, we're going to get a Morning Star at some point, and I want to have a couple of, save a couple smithing stones for that. So, anyway, but we're going to be doing more damage. The other thing that I want to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to our Ashes of War, and we're going to go to the sword we were using, this Lord Sworn's Greatsword, and we're going to put the Sacred Greatsword on it. And that will allow us to do holy damage, which is useful against skeletons, so this will kind of be our holy damage weapon. We still have to two-hand it, but that's alright. And then we get to choose the scaling, the affinity we want. That whetstone we got is, I believe, what lets us do standard, and then sacred is just because that's an option with this weapon. So you can see the scaling goes from strength E, dex E, faith D, to, if we do the standard, is strength D and dex D. But you can see that, well, actually, yeah. So you can see the physical. The physical just starts off with more damage, 136 versus 98. Now it would add more holy damage, but I think I just want to stick with just the straight up physical here. That's what we're leaning into. But mostly when I use this, it'll be as a holy weapon. All right. So that's where we're at with that. We're gonna go talk to Kali because I talked about Blade and his quest. So we're going to talk about the Howling of Mistwood. This will let us, he'll tell us we can do a finger snap, and that will let us call him down, and we can talk to him, and we can do his quest, which gives us the beginning of his quest gets us a really nice weapon. And it's a unique weapon that uses somber smithing stones instead of regular smithing stones. So that's the thing. Anyway, we're going to continue to make our rounds where we were. We're kind of making like a big outer loop here. We did miss a side of grace over here, but we'll get it eventually. What level are we anyway? I'm curious. Let's see. We are level 8, so yeah, still pretty under leveled. I don't want to run around at night, so we're just gonna go today. Let's go to straight up noon. Alright, and then we are going to go ahead and switch our weapon here to the Greatsword. And we're going to unequip these so that we're at a light load. The reason we're going with this sword is because we're going to be facing skeletons in just a minute, so I'm going to do the holy damage. Oh, I believe this is a smithing stone, right? Yes, it is. There is a vendor over here. I don't think he has anything that we want.
Oh, dear. Are you here as a customer?
Let's see. Oh, we get another short sword. That's wonderful. Let's go ahead and get this cookbook. I just like to pick them up as we go. We could get more smithing stones. Yeah, sure. All right. So that would actually let us upgrade our primary weapon even more. So Why are we not able to use torrent? I don't know. Alright, there we go. I'm not upgrading this. Oh, here. So here's some skeletons. I'll just show you how this works. So if you're not using, so if I'm not using the sacred, see how they die, but they don't. We don't get the runes. You have to hit them again, or watch they come back to life. See, it's gonna come back to life. I'm going to go ahead and use this sacred. Does extra damage to him, and then he just dies, and we get the runes right away. So that's a thing. We're gonna go talk to this guy.
No mistake, is there? Death has left its mark once again. I'm known as D. Heed mine. The village here and worse yet.
We got an enemy coming for us. So this is D, and he talks to you about people living in death and how they need to die. So he gives off that air of like people being, you know, like being righteous and killing the unrighteous and all of that. But if you pay attention, you realize that those who are quote unquote living in death are not people who really control the fact that they're living in death. It really just becomes, you know, the theme of killing people or being against people or oppressing people because they exist. And so D is this kind of self-righteous character, and spoiler, it ends up not going well for him, or it can end up not going well for him if you make certain choices. This is the Tibia Mariner. I'm using the Holy against him because he summons. Get away from that. My bad there. I noticed as I was editing the previous videos, I do a lot of like rolling that's unnecessary. It's I guess from playing too much Horizon Zero Dawn. Alright, we'll just go ahead and fill up our flask there, and we'll go get him. No! Okay, so... Oh, wait, I did kill him. I thought I died. But no. I thought I was for getting greedy at the end. Alright, so we got some death root, and D will tell us what to do with that death root. Oh, hey, there's an item up there. We should go get it. Alright, a mushroom. So we're going to talk to D, and he's telling us what to do with the death root that we got from killing those who live in death.
Very well.
So he's going to show us where to go to this guy who will give us rewards for every time we turn in death root. Yeah, he's talking about eradicating people. I mean, come on, that's not good. Alright, so there's also an item over here, but you need some sort of key. I don't remember. I don't know if I have one. I don't remember exactly where it is. So the reason that I don't want to go talk to the guy getting the death root is that will advance to the round table early, which is, I mean, it's fine. Oh yeah, we don't have a stone sword key yet. So we'll have to come back here for a stone sword key. There's absolutely nothing wrong with... let's go. Actually, we need to go talk to Kenneth. No, we haven't done that yet. Okay. There's nothing wrong with advancing early, but I'm trying to play this in a way that, like, I mean, you can go out and get all kinds of advanced stuff that's like way beyond, you know, gear. You can get, you know, stuff that's beyond the level of, you know, it's an open world, right? So you can go anywhere and get anything and trigger stuff. And I just, like, I want, it's kind of fun to me to, like, just play with what's available to me in the zones that I'm in, and might work my way up rather than like trying to get a bunch of overpowered gear right ahead. And there is a couple things that the stronghold or the round table would offer to me that would be cool. It would basically the ability to upgrade my weapon beyond level 3 that you can. But I want to wait until I've earned it, and you earn it by killing. What is his name? Margit, who we're probably not a high enough level to do that yet. We're like at what, level 8? That's what I said, right? 8? Yeah, we could actually turn in our runes. Alright, so we're going to do this, we got this finger snap, so we'll just go here, and we'll put a finger snap on our bar. Where is the finger snap? Finger snap. There it is. Alright. So, whoops, we'll go do it. And that will cause a blade to come down. Hello. So he's going to tell us that there's this guy that's in this jail and we need to go kill him. In need of a fitting into his tail. Alright, so now we can go do that. But we're just going to keep going this way. Actually, we can just jump down here now. So we should go ahead and sign up for multiplayer again as we're clearing out this. Hopefully I have the ability to clear this out. Let's see, we're going to go to inventory. I always go to inventory when I need to go to equipment. We're going to put on our actual weapons that we want here. We only use that long sword. Okay, so we're still at a light load. That's good. We only want to use the long... Oh, we want to level up. Goodness gracious. We only want to use the long sword right now for when we're facing the skeletons. So, yeah, we'll go up to 16, 17, 18 vigor. That will be very helpful for this. So that's going to increase our health bar quite a bit. I do want to get my endurance up to 15. Because there's a pair of pants I'm going to get, and I want to be able to wear those and have my shield and sword options available to me without going above a light load. But we're not quite there yet. Now this will get me the... I don't need to mess with these guys, because they're going to get shot already by the bow. So there's like an factions fighting here, as it were. That guy killed him for him. Oh. Alright, we're healed up. I should let those guys fight it out. You know what? While those guys are fighting, I'm just going to run over here and grab this, this golden seed. There we go. Hello, mister. Well. I'm being summoned, so there's no point in killing this guy. Well, I mean, actually, if I could kill him, he would be dead, but I can't kill him all the way. He's going to come back at full health, unfortunately. So we're going to go help somebody else do some fighting. Alright, we're at this, the cave. So let's do this. So some groups will just be for the boss, some groups will want to, clear everything. So I unplugged my microphone because I wasn't sure if they could hear me. I need to actually turn off my voice chat in here if I'm going to be talking to the video while we're grouping up with people. It wasn't a thought. I didn't think about that. But that might make them feel kind of weird. What? My timing was bad. It's funny, I'm dodging our own guy's spell, and there's no reason to do that. Alright, so we got ourselves a rune arc. Easy as that. And some runes. Yes, we gotta fight these guys. Everybody who was dead before we left was dead, but anybody who's still alive is back at full health. So, I'm gonna kill this guy. Hitting him from the front is not a good idea, but that is a pretty good deal because it scoops up underneath him. Alright, we got ourselves some runes. Oh yeah, so real quick, I will be right back. I'm going to just turn off my voice chat. Alright, we're back. Alright, these guys are lobbing fire at us. This is a good way to die, is getting hit by that fire. We do have a fire negation thing on, so that's good. Let's get healed up, and we'll go take this guy out. Alright, we're gonna run in here and get the Recipe Cookbook. Oh, hey, we got a refresh. That's nice. Alright, got a Nomadic Warriors Cookbook. Okay, we got a Weathered Straight Sword. That might be better than the short sword that we're using. Alright, so we got two guys. Can I sneak up on this guy? Nope. They just hit me full on in the face. Alright, here comes, this is the boss-ish kind of guy. He does, watch out for that. It does a lot of bleed, so you gotta be careful. I am gonna stop signing up for multiplayer right now. Well, we could do one more. Alright. We're gonna run up and grab... So that Ash of War, like, it does so much damage. The thing is, it's a trade-off, because every time you use it, it takes a little bit of your health, but it does a massive amount of damage. So I really, really like it. And it puts bleed on your sword. Like, katanas have bleed naturally, but like these swords don't have bleed. So now it will lower your damage because you're going to be scaling off Arcane too. Or Arcane? I think, yeah, Arcane. And so that's not necessarily the best thing. But the bleed makes up for it. Now, what I ultimately will do, and I can't do this until I get to the Round Table Hold, at least as far as I know, is you can duplicate the Ash of War and put it on both swords, and then you have bleed on both swords, and then you're just, like, doing bleed for days. So we're going to go here, we're going to go talk to Kenneth Height to tell him that we have cleared out his thing, and he's like, okay, great. but then he goes back to the manor and it's overrun with enemies, and he says he can't raise us to knighthood like he promised, and then we don't talk to him for a very long time after that.
Ah, I did you more. Well, I knew now. Go ahead.
He gave us a dagger. All right, thank you.
I've much. What's that look? Well, and even the which is why just you.
And he's going to ask us to, like, go into service for him.
But who knows? What say you? Very well, very well. I knew I shall await. We shall hold the ceremony. I see.
All right, so we're going to go back to the fort. Might as well just get this done. We'll see, though. We might get another group here while we're doing this. Oh, can we level up? I don't know. We might be able to. Yeah, okay. I wanted to get the vigor to 20. And then I'm going to... I want to get the endurance up to 15. So that when I get the leather trousers, which I like because they increase your poise. Poise is like... It's your stagger bar that keeps you on your feet. And so I want... when you're running a light load like this, you almost never have much poise, but getting at least a good bit of poise. I mean, I actually don't know what the values are worth or if it's worth it, but I like to think it's worth it. So I'm going to start working on endurance after this. Oh my gosh, I left an item here. I just realized I didn't put the Ash of War on here, but it doesn't actually matter. It's not like I'm going to get bleed procs on these guys that I'm killing in 2 hits anyway. It's better against, like, bosses. It's so fun hitting these guys. When you can hit a multi with your dual swords, it just feels cool. And feeling cool is, like, the reason you play these kinds of games, right? There's loot over there. I should have gotten.
Oh, indeed, one must have a true.
So he's going to tell us that
the great, but now for a true.
he has to look for a
I must
true.
begin for a true.
Yeah, true. We're getting summoned. Let me see if I can get this piece of loot before we get summoned. Nope. Alright, we're going to go do patches. Do the friendly bow. Alright, here we go. See if we're going to kill all these guys. I was jumping back because there's a guy who throws poison at you. I really need a lantern. Okay, see, I ran out of stamina there, and so I wasn't able to do attacks because I wasn't managing it well. He can go get his mushroom there. Alright. We got a dagger. So when you're grouping up with other players, you can't pick up any of, like, the unique loot, but you can get, like, you know, like crafting materials and that kind of stuff. And you can't progress your own. Like, once you've killed a boss in your world, it's not killable again. And when you kill a boss in somebody else's world, it doesn't count for your world. So that's why we can keep going back and killing these guys again and again and again. Alright, here it comes. We got to miss his little speech. Aw, he turned on me. Oh. Well, poor guy we were helping. I guess we weren't good enough. Poor guy. Alright, so let's get this item. Alright, let's go down here. We're going to equip our Ash of War before I forget. So you notice we're going to go from a 128 plus 12, or sorry, yeah, 128 plus 12, we're going to go to 104 plus 13. Yeah, and it does scale with Arcane. So obviously, we're going to be doing quite lower amount of damage. Now we could go back up to our natural affinity, but then we would lose our bleed, and I like having the bleed. So we're going to be doing a little bit less damage, but then every once in a while we're going to have these big spikes of damage. It's not as good against mobs, as I said, but it's really good against bosses, because all of a sudden you'll be fighting a boss, and then you'll just take out a chunk of their health. So that's pretty good. So we're going to run over here. We're going to grab some of these the golden runes. Those are the runes that don't immediately translate into runes. But you can pop them later for runes. It's good for like when you're trying to level up and you're just short a little bit, you can pop these. See, that big hit at the end, that was when I got a bleed to proc. I was going to show you the big swing. So I'll show you with this guy. Now see, it takes a little bit of my health, so, but it does huge amounts of damage. It's really big. To me, it's worth it. Like I can handle a little bit of health, losing a little bit of health in order to get a bunch of damage. I don't know how popular. I don't see people like talking about it being OP or anything like that, so it's probably not popular. Probably people walking just are going, "You scrub, that's a terrible Ash of War," but I don't know. I like it. It does lots of damage. Oh, we can sign up. Maybe do another one. Doing all these co-ops will slow down the playthrough, but I find it fun, so I'm doing it. And it gets you the rune arcs, which you can just like have rune arcs for days. Can't run through trees. So we're gonna run over here and grab there's a Site of Grace over here. Oh, these, so like if you jump when you're on torrent, you'll go way up in the air. And if you land, you can't die. So it's a good way to get like up to higher locations. It's usually put in places where there's like an upper level you want to get to. But I don't actually care about getting to an upper level. So, alright, so we'll grab the Site of Grace. We're going to go ahead and rest. I don't think we can level up, right? Oh, we can. We're going to put this into Endurance now because I want to get to my Endurance to 15. That will increase my green bar, which lets me stay, as long as I'm not getting hit, lets me stay in longer, do more dodges and stuff like that. But it'll get my equip load up to where I can wear the leather trousers and have 2 swords and a shield out. And it's just nice to be able to switch to your shield as you need it. And of course, stay light roll. I know most people are fine with medium roll, and I don't know that it matters, but I guess I think it's cool. Alright, so Blade told us to come to this location and fight this guy, but oh hey, we're getting summoned. Alright, so we're gonna help somebody else out. And then we'll come back and finish this out and probably wrap up. Alright. Good polite bow. Let's go do this cave. Oh, this is Patches. I was thinking it was the other one. I wasn't really paying attention too much. I don't remember if it's the same guy we tried to help earlier. But now we actually have our Ash of War on our sword, so we'll be doing massive damage. You can see... No, this is not the same person because he had to open the chest. Oh. Hey. Oh. Well. You got crit. See how much of what a chunk that damage that did? Totally cheap. Whoops. He was standing too far away. Alright, that's probably enough to get him defeated. Oh, he's just gonna kill him? Poor Patches. He's trying to give up and this guy is just gonna kill him. I kind of feel bad. I don't want to kill Patches on somebody else's... Alright, we killed Patches. That certainly is a decision. I don't know if there's an upside to doing that. So, and there's a way, I don't know if there's a way you can ask for forgiveness when you've, like, attacked an NPC. I don't know if you can bring them back if you kill them. I've never actually tried that, but that's something happens in, like, the next zone. Alright, so let's do this, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Alright, so here we can go ahead, we can actually summon... Oh, I guess I said I was doing this without summons, didn't I? Okay, well, oops. So I guess we have to kill the... I forgot that we were doing all of this without summons. So I may actually have to come back and do this next time. Because I was not ready. I just always use Blade. Yeah. This guy is kicking my butt. I was not mentally prepared for this. He killed me. I'm going to try this one more time, now that I'm mentally prepared for it, and then we'll call it a wrap. I'll have to actually probably level up and come back later. It's actually more... It's because it's like part of the story to have Blade help you that I was thinking that I would do that, but I did say from the outset I wasn't going to use summons, so... Alright, we got a good hit on him. Alright, so I did say that that I'm not going to show repeated failures against bosses, which I understand takes a little bit of drama out of it, but also just like I just don't think it's very interesting to see me dying again and again and again to a boss. And so in this situation, it's a little bit it's a little bit weird because I didn't. I just forgot that I wasn't going to be using a summon versus this guy because it's just kind of how it's set up that you would use Blade to fight this guy. So anyway, I did take a couple of attempts and I was kind of out of sorts. But I would have actually not attempted this at like level 14 or whatever I am, right out of the gate. But since I was here, I decided to just give it a couple of shots, and I'm going to go ahead and just jump to the final attempt, in which does show off a nice use of the new Ashes of War that I'm using on my weapon, and it's kind of like really strong versus these kinds of bosses. Oh, man. So close. Last potion. Got him. Alright. Excellent. A little bit of persistence. And we got the Bloodhounds Fang. So I will show that off. And we will call that a wrap. So this is a unique weapon. You have to use the somber smithing stones to upgrade it. Let's see. We'll look here. Bloodhounds Fang. I will be. It's really good. It does require dexterity of 17, a strength of 18. So later on in the game, I'll be upgrading this with the somber smithing stones. It's a dexterity primarily weapon, but you can, but also with strength. But yeah, it's really good. It's a solid weapon, and it's one that I like to have leveled to use against when I do want to use a one-handed, really strong weapon. So anyway.
Have to work for it, but don't say
He's saying we have to work for it. Yeah, I did all the work because I didn't summon you.
Tell him I sent you. Be sure.
It's not bad though, killing him at what level were we? Level 14. I mean, that's like the starting level for some classes, or pretty close. All right, so I'm just gonna go over here to log out. Alright, so things didn't quite go as I planned because I've forgotten that I wasn't going to summon. But it ended up being a nice fight, and you got to see how good that Blaze Slash is. I really like it. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you next time on Winging It.